There is some good news. Last night, 450 Xavier students were rescued and bussed out of downtown New Orleans in a special mission headed up by the Reverend Jesse Jackson himself. WAB's Marie Santani went along for the ride and has this rare look at what it takes to get the stranded refugees out of the center of the city.
And God, thank you for your mercy you're showing us right now.
Ernest Forrester and his group of 13 have been trapped in their house for days. After finding a boat and banding together, they finally made it here on I-10 in front of the Superdome.
We actually walked from the bridge over here to we was about to walk across the river. We just that determined to get out, man.
And now they're giving thanks because they think their savior has arrived. Reverend Jesse Jackson flew to Louisiana to help with rescue and evacuation, and his mere presence in this community of refugees gives them great comfort. The sight of them in good spirits amazes him.
Within the city, human faces, to see these children who can't make contact with their mothers and their fathers or with each other, to see New Orleans dark at night and people praying for daylight is an awesome scene. And of course, I must say that the people have been very strong.
But these people won't be part of this mission.
The point of the mission was to rescue students from Xavier University who were trapped on I-10, but we can't get the buses to them. So what we're doing right now is walking to the students, getting them to follow us single file back to the buses. It's just part of the logistical nightmare of this rescue mission.
And here's another part. We're stopped by an officer who doesn't know about our mission. A lack of communication between law enforcement agencies continues, even with teams just yards away.
So somebody got to make a decision real soon.
I make a decision. No one's going past the point until I get orders.
Well, you need to get some orders.
State Senator Cleo Fields waits with the team as the guard goes to get clearance. And here's the other problem: complete darkness. The very heart of New Orleans, an area so familiar to me as a Louisiana native, is now a vast unknown. Meanwhile, back at the buses, State Senator Rob Marioneau watches the darkness and waits.
What we're trying to do is to get them to walk to us so that we don't have a mass entourage of people from the Superdome flooding these buses.
How time is a factor? I mean, these people are already trying to circle the buses and get on.
Yeah, time's a factor. We're up here at the front, and we're as quick as we can load the buses, we need to get them and get out of here. It's going to be difficult to tell some folks you can get on and others you can't. And I don't know how that judgment's going to be made, and I don't want to be a part of it.
But it's too late.
What is your plan for the night?
Well, we're trying to see what bus they're going to put us on, maybe to go to Southern University.
The refugees are growing in number as they're being pulled out of the Superdome, and they line up along the edge of the overpass, what they assume is a line to get on to these 7 buses.
Buses are rolling. Come on, Larry, get in. We're rolling.
The situation grew intense and still separated from Jackson Fields and the team in the darkness. An officer leads us away from the crowd.
I'm being told we're going down the down ramp. Are there people down here, sir?
Sir,
I want to get out of here.
Sir, trust me, please. Go this way.
We cross the Mississippi and wait as lines of buses go back across the Crescent City connection. Our 7 never emerge. Visual and verbal contact is lost. Finally, hours later, back in Baton Rouge, we reunite as the buses flood into Southern University. 450 students and others pour out, tired, hungry, and grateful.
They did a good job, man. That's just all I gotta say. I'm just happy to be alive. That's it.
About half of these evacuees will be sheltered at Southern. The rest are bound for Grambling. All are safe and sound.
It's a mission. I mean, our job is to get as many people as possible out of, well, all the people out of New Orleans, and we got to do it very aggressively, like we did tonight, and like we must do tomorrow, until we get the last body out of New Orleans. And that is our mission, and we're going to continue to do it until we succeed.
Marie Santani, WAFB 9 News.
Well, we love to hear those stories, and our hats off to all those folks. And can you imagine the logistical nightmare with no communications, as scary as it is in the darkness like that?
You almost didn't have to with Marie's story. That was perfect.